Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for Amazing Spider-Man Big Time 648. Now this here is actually like a double-sized issue, and this actually is more worth the double-sizedness compared to that last monster. There's actually two storylines in this book. One is you have the Spider Slayers. There's like Dr. Octopus, and he's working with like the Sandman, Electro, Chameleon, all those villains, and they're up to some no good. And at the same time you have that, you have Peter Parker finally gets a job and like basically a science think tank. And then that's the storyline where you have like the Kingpin and Hobgoblin. So there's two things that are kind of going on at the same time. Now during the Spider Slayer part, I think this part was actually really cool because you had these gigantic robot creatures, robots just rampaging through New York, and then you have the Avengers here. And then, normally the Avengers are looking to, for Iron Man or Cap as their leader, but they're actually going to Spider-Man to help figure out what to do in the situation, because he's the only one that's really had experience with them. And pretty much Peter Parker saves the day. Now, the Fantastic Four are also in this, and there's one problem I did have with this. Now, because of the Wish, nobody knows who Peter Parker is, but there's a couple people who do. Namely Wolverine and Cap. But in this case, this is Bucky Cap. I don't think Bucky Cap knew Peter Parker was Spider-Man. I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember or not. So if somebody out there knows, for sure let me know. But anyways, there you have Wolverine calling Spider-Man Parker, and you have Bucky Cap basically saying don't do that. Because not everybody knows. So that's why I was kind of like, Other than that, I like Ramos' art. I mean, I know Ramos is a love-hate type thing with some people, but for some reason Ramos just works well with Spider-Man for me. Just the way he draws the character, it's very kind of like angular, I guess you could say, the way the arms bend and legs bend and stuff like that. I like the way the webbing works. Like I said, for me, it works, but he doesn't always work for me on other issues. Now, at the same time, while this is going on, you have Peter Parker getting kicked out of his apartment, finally. So he's basically going around town trying to find a place to live. Now, this to me is both a love-hate situation. Now, Peter Parker is older now. Like he's like, late 20s, maybe 30s. And in theory, he should be in another part of his life. And I understand the Mary Jane marriage part should have been it. But since that's not it, why is he reverting all the way back to right out of high school type thing? Like where he doesn't have a job, he doesn't have money, he doesn't have a place to live. And it's the same, to me it feels like it's the same story that they're just beating us over the head with. While it is classic Peter Parker, and while I do like seeing Peter in financial troubles, because it helps define what the character is, I just wish they wouldn't, go to the same thing every single time. I don't know what else they can do, but it just seems like they go to the well way too many times, and I feel like I've read the story countless times, and that part doesn't seem fresh to me anymore. But anyways, eventually he manages to get a meeting at a think tank, and he gets a job there. So now has an insane amount of money. So, I mean, to me it's like this is a situation where, now you have Peter Parker with having basically deep unlimited pockets, but yet he's never going to spend it. We already know that he's not going to go out and be able to have this kind of money. Something's going to happen to make him lose this job. He's going to walk out of this job penniless and probably owing somebody money. So, to me, it's like, it's a fake story plot line, I guess you could say. But overall, though, I really did enjoy Big Time. I'm really curious to see where the direction that's going to go. You also have somebody who's trying to take out the mayor. So I'm really curious to see where everything's going to go. And with everything that's been happening, I actually look forward to reading this for some crazy reason. But keep in mind, the only reason why I'm able to read this probably without wanting to rip this into a million different pieces is because, in my opinion, Brand New Day never happened, and I just basically in my mind, I've deleted countless years of Spider-Man history, and you know, if I don't believe that this happened, then I can read it. If you have any comments or questions, just let me know. Rate the video up or down, let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, and until next time.